Hello, wealth goddesses. It is day two of our 5-day wealth activation. Hello, welcome into my world. I am so happy to see you. Helene's like, is there anyone here else besides me? The entire family is here. Here we are. We're going to have an incredible session today. I thought to myself, how can I prepare you? And I just want to say, have your mind be open and ready for a transformational experience because you're going to get it today. All right, here we are. I'm going to jump right in. I want to say some quick congrats. I want to congratulate those of you who booked a call yesterday. During the live, you said, Tasha, I need some support to change my life. I truly realized that I am the block. I am the person. It is me feeding my reticular activating system thoughts that are not getting me the results that I want. And I need support and mentorship. I need a community, Tasha. I need a little more of you in my life for the next 4 months. And you said, yes. Woo! Congratulations. I cannot wait to speak to you tomorrow. And then there are a few of you who were like, I don't need a group call. I'm ready. Skip the line, put me in front. I am ready. I'm in. I need this today. Skip the line, book the call, and enrolled in our program. Congratulations. I cannot wait to serve you. I cannot wait to serve you. And I really get very excited about the testimonial that you're going to have the next time we do this launch. So can you all just like put some hearts everywhere, congratulate those women. There's nothing to me than a woman who says, I know what I want, I know what I need, and I'm going to get it. I'm going to give it to myself. I am like, hats off to you. So congratulations. Welcome to the family. Everyone's like, yay. Okay. And then there are those of you who have been sharing this experience. And I wanted to wait until day 2 to ask more of you to share because I know you're like, I don't know this Tasha girl. Let's see what's up, what's going on here. So today I am going to ask you because you probably noticed that there are women who are winning prizes. They're winning trips to the Grand Canyon, Cancun, New York. They're winning tickets, VIP tickets to our event in December. These tickets are not available to the public. The only way you can attend this event is if you're one of my high-level clients or for 5 people who win tickets. And we've got journals and mugs and meditations and all kinds of wonderful things, right? So what I'm going to ask you to do is write down this website, tashachen.com/points. Say it again so you can get your note paper and write it down. tashachen.com/points. When you go there and register, just put in your name and email. It will give you your link. That is the link that you now go send to every woman you know who wants to be wealthy with ease. I cannot tell you how many people have a lot of gratitude in their lives because they shared this link and a woman changed her life from this information. That could be you in addition to all the prizes. So go ahead and do that. tashachen.com/points. Get your points. We're going to announce all of the winners on Thursday. So you still have a chance to share. And if they missed yesterday, the replay is going to be available. They can watch all 5 days for 2 weeks. So it's all good. But I wanted you to get to know me a little bit more before I asked you to share. All right. So go ahead and do that. I want to see a lot of you winning prizes. Okay. Today we have 110,000. So 110, 11. Let's see how I can say this. 110, $110. I don't know. Somebody says it. I just know I made them 11, 0, right? So $110,000 to buy a gift for someone that you love or to change their life in some way dramatically. For me, my wonderful husband recently decided I'm a married man now. I can't have all these cars and toys, and sold one of his beautiful cars. And I have decided that is what I want to do. I want to be able to have my husband walk out in the driveway and have the newest version of the car of his dreams right there with a big red bow. And I did that for him. Right? So that's my gift. What about y'all? I'm going to jump into comments. I want to hear, how did you spend your $110,000 today? Who's getting the benefit of all the things that you love? Come on, tell me. Jump in here and let me know. What did you buy and who did you buy it for? I want to hear. I want to hear. I want to hear. This is your way to embody wealth. You don't need to have $110,000 right now to feed your reticular activating system with the vision of you spending this money and giving joyously something to somebody that you love. Like, it doesn't cost you a dime to do that. And yet, we learned yesterday that when you focus on something that you desire, you literally cause your brain to bring it to life for you. I don't know about you. I like easy. I like knowing that if I do that, it works out for me in physical reality. So I want to hear a new car for your granddaughter, home down payment, and tuition for a friend. Oh, life insurance for someone, down payment on a house, money for my mom. Oh, charities that solicited me are getting $10,000 each. See, this is why when you hear people say wealthy people are greedy, you go, you don't know the right wealthy people. Because I know here in our family, the women that I attract are a mirror of me. And I know I'm generous with wealth. And clearly, so are you. So kudos to all of you. I love it. Keep typing. I get inspired. I can't tell you how many things I have manifested in my life by reading what you all have done. That excites the heck out of me. So keep posting, keep telling me. Now, the other thing I want to ask you to do is today we're going to talk about part 1 of the vision alignment method, which is the process and the methodology. My coffee today. That word, the method that I teach to show people how to change their lives. It's called the vision alignment method. And I'm going to talk about part 1 today. And all of you that came to this 5-day activation because you heard about money traumas, that is where we're going to go today. So I'm going to ask you, can you tag a friend and say, hey, I just want to invite you to this live. I think it's going to change your life. Like, don't just tag them and write something like, hey, I think this is going to change your life. I'm inviting you to watch this. Can I ask every single woman watching to tag one person? Think of her, 2, 3, 4 people, and just tag her right now and say, I think this is going to change your life, change your finances, change your life, change your business, create legacy for you, however you want to language it. I'm looking over in the comments and I want to see, I'm going to give you a moment to start tagging your friends. Go ahead, start tagging. I love it. Thank you, Helene Silverman, for tagging. Yay, I love it. Let's see, I saw someone else. Latan, thank you for changing, for telling this beautiful lady this is going to change your life. Jump in. There we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Dee. Thank you, Nicole. Karen, posting in here. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing. Now, I want to recap yesterday. Yesterday was day 1, and we talked about the science that proves we can all have wealth with ease. Every single one of you listening, I know your appearance in your life right now might have you thinking otherwise. The way your business is going might have you thinking otherwise. You know, your career is going, whatever it is that has you stuck, the way you think might really have you convinced it's not possible for me. But yesterday we talked about it's scientifically proven. And what I found interesting when I went back and watched the video and I looked at the comments, on average, out of all of us that are here, the average 75% of our thoughts, when you told me your percentage of your thoughts, where you think of wealth and business and success in your career, 75% of your thoughts were, it's hard, I don't know how to do it, I can't figure it out, it's not happening, I can't find the right clients, I'm just not getting it, I'm not getting wealth, I'm not getting any results. 75% of your thoughts that you're feeding your reticular activating system, right? The slide that you're putting in, 75% on average is not related to the results that you want. And then you get to this point after yesterday's conversation where you go, I can't stop worrying about money. I can't stop myself, even though I know I am the block to wealth with ease. I'm the block, but I can't stop myself. And what I shared with you yesterday, I know for a lot of you was not something new. You actually already intuitively know that. That's why I said when you know that, when you hear the truth, you'll know it. But you also know, by knowing the truth, you know that it's you and how you think, 75% of your thoughts, that you are feeding this very powerful part of your brain, your algorithm, right? You're feeding it with thoughts that will not give you the results that you want. We also said the universe does not reward effort, it rewards consciousness. And so what we have to, there comes this moment where, I call it my come to Tasha moment. There comes these moments where I just have to go, it's me. I see that my beliefs around business, around success, around my career, it's simply whatever I'm putting into my reticular activating system, it is putting it back out into my life. That's just facts. I can't hide from it anymore. I can't hide from it anymore. So the question that remains at this point, and I want you to pause and just think about this for a moment before you type your answer. Now that you have had that conversation with yourself, and I truly hope that you had that conversation with yourself yesterday, are you ready to change it? Do you want to change this incessant worry, this negative thought, this, constant looking at what's not working, feeling fear, and feeding your reticular activating system? Is this the time? Is this right now the time that you're ready to change it? Yes or yes? Those are the only two options. Yes or yes. And before you type it, I would rather you not type yes, because before you type it, one of the things that I want to support the women in our community to do is, when you give your word, it is your bond. But when you give it to yourself, it is your bond. Like, my kids know, if mom says A, it's done. My husband knows if Tasha says A, it's done. I want, when I say I'm ready to change this, I'm going to do this, and I say yes to myself, that's my bond. It is done. The universe, God, source knows, oh, she means business, right? So I want to see you. If that's where you are, I want to ask you to type yes. I want to see, come over here and type. There we go. I love women who know what they want and are about getting it. I love it. I love being surrounded by women like that. Now, the other thing is, that you have this power. You have this power inside of you, and you know that you can do it. You know that you can have wealth with ease. You can have a multiple six-figure business. You can have a seven-figure business. You can have high-level clients. You can have the team of your dreams. You can have all of the funnels and the systems and the everything that you need to experience success. You can have the high-level career you want. You can get the 50% raise you desire. You can have it all, and you know you can. You know you can. And you're saying, but Tasha, it's not showing up. I don't see it right now. So I'm kind of uncertain. And I want to say this to you before I go on today. If it wasn't possible for you, I'm going to come into your heart right now. If it wasn't possible for you, if that desire that you feel was not possible, was not going to happen in your lifetime, you would not be here meeting me, listening to this conversation. You wouldn't see the ad. You wouldn't click on it. You wouldn't sign up. You wouldn't show up. You wouldn't do it. And here is why this being here in this conversation is your greatest evidence. I like to remind myself of this. Like, Tasha, right now, there is a meeting happening somewhere in the world for people who want to climb the Himalayas. They want to summit. That's their thing. They want to do that. You're not at that meeting, Tasha, because you have zero desire to do it. And God that made you know, you can't. Like, I mean, yes, we can do anything that we put the mind to, but this mind of Tasha is going to have to overcome so much that I'm not even probably going to show up to the meeting. So the fact that I'm in a meeting about wealth with ease, that I showed up and I'm here, means I have the desire for it. And I also have everything within me to make it possible. And I just want you to rest assured, just literally take a sigh and breathe and go, it's possible for me. It's possible in my business. It's possible in my career. It's possible in my retirement fund. It's possible for me. Wealth with ease is possible. That is your greatest evidence, is that you're here. Okay. Now we're going to jump and continue to the moments, though, where one of the things that I like to talk about is just calling, what's real, real. Here is where it gets frustrating. Tasha, I know I can. And Tasha, I'm doing everything I possibly can. But it feels like there is this stronger force inside of me that keeps me not experiencing wealth with ease. Why is that? Why is that? Why am I so exhausted? I have this picture. I have to show it to you because this is what I think about when when I feel this feeling. That's how it feels to me. Like the entire world is on my head. I know I have all the things within me, but I'm not, experiencing the results. Why is that? Why is it? Do you want to know why? I love when you affirm and tell me you want to know. So do you want to know why? Yes, 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 yes. Do you want to know? Yeah? Okay, here we go. This is where I'm going to slow down because I want you to feel the truth of what I'm going to share with you. You've probably never heard this before. You've probably never thought about it like this. You're not aware this is happening to you, and that's why you're here. Okay? I'm going to share with you about money traumas, and I'm going to share with you how I came to realize this was the thing. Even though I had the power and I knew it, even though I'm smart as can be and I have the ability and I know it, I have the connections, I have the business idea, I have everything that I need and I know it, why do I not experience wealth with ease? Money traumas. Now you're like, oh, I don't have money traumas. What's that? So I'm going to give you the definition. A money trauma is an experience you've had in your life where money was involved. So I'm going to slow down so you hear me. Something happened in your life, money was involved, and it left you feeling unsafe, abandoned, unloved, or like you couldn't trust others or yourself. Unsafe, unloved, abandoned, or like you couldn't trust others or yourself. And I'm going to give you a few points in my life that got me to the moment where I was like, there is a pattern here and I have to face the reality. There's a pattern in my life. I am smart. I am hardworking. I've got everything going for me. And I keep seeing myself in this patterned, cycled behavior and a pattern of belief. And nothing made sense. My daughter likes to say, Mom, make it make sense. It didn't make sense to me, right? I have everything to allow me to experience wealth with ease. I know I can, but I'm not having it. And every time it comes, I do something or something happens that literally takes it away from me. Why? So I'm going to give you a few things that have happened in my life really quickly. And as I share my story, I want you to listen for the points. Maybe it's not your story. Maybe this is not exactly the way it happened for you, but I want you to just go, wow, that makes sense. I either had something similar or I see the point she's making there and I get it, right? So as a young child, very young child, it had to be proven my what would you say? It was asked that my DNA, I guess, be proven that I belong to my father so that he would contribute to raising me financially. Now, none of what I'm going to share with you is to make anybody wrong. Everybody was just a human being, and it's just like, right? I have my stories. My kids are going to have stories from me. This is not to make anybody wrong. It's just the facts of my life that strung together caused me to have trauma. So what happened right there in that story is that I carried this wound of, I have to prove myself for money. I have to prove myself in business, in work. I have to work harder than everybody else. I have to prove that I am worthy of money. Fast forward, I go to school. The education system says if you fail, you are going to have an impoverished life. If you do not do well academically, if you don't study really hard, you are going to not be successful financially. Now, you are 5, 6, and 7 years old, and you're hearing this every school, church, home, your parents, everybody tells you this. It's trauma, right? And so the connection that I made is hard work is the path to money. You got to work really hard, right? As a little kid, embedded in me. And what's a trauma? I don't want to fail. I don't want to fail. I don't want to not, I don't want to. My mother said, if you don't pass this test, we're buying you a hoe and you're going down to the country property and you are going to go be a farmer girl, right? Fear. That was not the life I wanted for myself. Trauma. Now, fast forward, I get married. And now in my marriage, my wonderful husband says to me, when I tell him I'm doing network marketing, he says, how much money do you think you can make? I said, I really think I can make $250,000 a month. And he says, you are insane. You are crazy. You can't do that. You can't do that, right? So now I'm like, I'm made wrong for this desire and this dream that I have around finances. And I'm made to think something's wrong with you. You're nuts. You're crazy. Within a month, I was out of that business. Then we have another event where I realized I had this pattern. Every time I was getting ready to go to the next level of success, something would happen in my relationships, right? And so I have this pattern from my childhood, which is it's love or money. It's love or money. Sadly, my mom was not fortunate to stay at home and be a stay-at-home mom and cuddle and love me. She had to go work at 18 years old when she had me, and I didn't live with her again until she was 10. As a little girl, the trauma and the missing of her love made me come up with a story that it's either love or money, right? It's either the presence of love or money. So every time in my adult life and in my business, I have a chance for money and financial success, I ruin love, right? Because I don't know how to have the two of them coexist. So the other thing that I want you to, I'm not sure, I can't look at the people are asking for things. The other thing that I want you to think about is this is my second to last story I'm going to tell you. Remember I said as a child, it has to be hard in order for me to feel like I deserve to have it. So I had an event where a woman came up to me and said, I want to work with you one-on-one. And at the time it was $25,000. And I said to her, it's $25,000. She goes, great. Takes out her check and starts writing me a check. And I go, no, 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 no. Go over there and sign up for the program that's a fraction of that cost. In that second, I literally turned down $25,000. She was beginning to write the check and sent her somewhere else. And I asked myself, what was that? And it was the little girl, Tasha, that was traumatized by, if it's going to come that easy, it can't be good, because money has to come hard. I have to work hard for success. So when it comes easy, I don't want it. It's bad. Are you relating to any of this? But this is the one, for those of you that are in business and you're going, Tasha, what does this have to do with Wealth with Ease and my business? This is the one that really, when I looked back at my journey, had me realizing I have some traumas. There's some things going on. And it was this story. When I first started in business, I said to the women that said they wanted to be mentored by me, I said, okay, I'll do it for you for free. And then somebody in my world was like, they're not going to get any results. They're not going to show up. They're not going to do anything if you do that. And I said, okay, for 90 days, then let's just charge them $25. $25. Why did I do that? Because I did not want that childhood thing that says I have to prove I'm worth it. I didn't want to have to prove to these women that I was worth any more than $25. $25 I knew was easy. We didn't even have to have a conversation. But it felt like if I asked for more than that, then I was going to have to prove why I should be paid more. And the trauma from little Tasha was like, you don't want to do that. Honey, you don't want to do that. Right? So I want you to listen to the story, and I want all these stories from my life, and I'm about to read to you 16 different money traumas. I came up with this list because I've experienced every single one of them. What I'm going to ask you to do is, as I read each one, if you resonate with it, if you realize, wow, this is playing out in my life, I want you to write that number. And I see some of you are asking, are you going to give us the list? I'm going to give you the list. I'm going to tell you exactly how to get the list. So please don't focus on that. Everyone's going to be able to get the list. I have changed the order of how I share this list with you today. First time. So if you've done it before, this is my first time I've changed it, because I sat down and I looked back over the years, and I attempted at least the first 5 to say, where are the ones that I see keeping people stuck at the highest level? They want wealth with ease, but they have cognitive dissonance in their psyche. They want wealth with ease, but there's something more powerful at play inside of our minds, and it's trauma. And that is what causes us to keep focusing on the things and the ways that we think about wealth and ease. So I'm going to start sharing. Number 1, especially for us women, we have watched our women folk work hard to have equality and wealth. We've watched them work really hard. And then especially for those of us that are women of color, we have generations where it has been told that is not for us. That's not meant for us. Nope. We just stay over here. We get by. We work really hard. We stay humble. This is all that we can do. One of my clients shared that last week when we did wealth embodiment, she had to have courage to walk into Tiffany's because she grew up hearing, we don't go into that store. We can't afford what's in there. Now, that's just one story. I have another woman from, I think she's from Scotland, who told me one time, I've never forgotten this. Tasha, I went back 400 years in my family and no one has ever had money. That is 400 years of generational, we are not meant to be wealthy. So I call this one generational trauma. And I don't know how it shows up for you. I don't know. But if you know in your family, there is just generations of, like, I feel it in my spirit. We've got to work hard for money, and we are not meant to have money, and we just get by, right? You have generations of that you are working against. Then you are number 1. And I want you to write number 1 if that's you. I want you to write number 1 if that resonates with you, right? Remember, you're going to write the numbers. So number 1. I'm going to move on to number 2. If you have ever had an emotionally painful experience and money was involved. For many of us, this shows up as we're getting divorced and we're fighting over money, right? Or as a child, you watch your parents fight over money. This is the second greatest trauma that I see women being kept stuck by in their businesses. Believe it or not, yes, it's emotional. Yes, it has nothing to do with your business maybe, but you have a trauma from your emotional part of your life where you've had to fight or be hurt or be abandoned or something. It was an emotionally painful experience. That is number 2. This for me was the day my ex-husband said, what is your contribution to the family? And I said, I take care of the kids. I hold the house down. I do all of that. And he goes, I can't put that in our spreadsheet. I can't put that on our budget. And I heard, you have no value. That for me, it fed into when I had to go in front of women for my business, I have to overcome the trauma of I have no value, right? So I want you to start to connect these dots. That didn't have anything to do with my business. That was just me and my husband talking. But you see how it played out in business, right? So that's number 2. Number 3, you have guilt and shame from choices related to money. This is where you've made a living decision for many people. You've chosen to stay in a relationship or a marriage, and you literally know, I'm making this choice and I don't want to be there. I shouldn't be making this choice, and it's over money. And you feel guilt and shame from what you did in the past when you made that decision. That is number 3. Number 4, you compare yourself to others financially. And I put this in the top 5 because of social media, right? I cannot tell you how many clients go, I look at my friends who are way past me in business, way past me in the vacations they're taking, way past me in the luxury purses they're buying, right? And it's like, it's happening for all of them, not me. And I literally open social media and traumatize myself every single day, Tasha. Number 4. Are you number 4? Do you have that? Number 5, financial regrets from the past. This is where you made money choices that you deeply regret. And you're plagued by I woulda, I shoulda, I coulda, and you literally stay awake all night just, wrapping up with these regrets, traumatizing yourself over and over and over again from the past. Number 6, religious guilt. I don't think I need to explain that. There are so many people in our programs who literally the greatest battle they fight is they have a desire for wealth, but their religious beliefs say you are bad, you're a sinner, you are wrong. And the second you start thinking about you want wealth, you get re-traumatized, right? I remember being a little girl in a Pentecostal church in Jamaica, hearing about the rich man can't go through the needle. I was like, I don't want wealth. Oh my God, I want to go to heaven. I don't want wealth. So every time on my journey where my desire for wealth came up, I had to work over that trauma, right? So that is number 6. Number 7, you have had a lack of achieving personal financial goals. This is for especially women who are above 50 and you literally sit all the time and go, I failed financially. This is not where I should be. And it's you traumatizing yourself with that thought over and over and over again, right? So that is number 7. Number 8, you've lost a substantial amount of money at some point in your life. I remember, not that long ago, maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, in 3 to 6 months, not even 6 months, I lost $175,000, like gone. You best believe for the next year, every penny was going under my mattress. I was like, I'm not investing. I'm not doing anything. What did I do? The trauma of losing that money. That was a lot of money gone, right? So maybe that's you. Number 9, you have been shamed for your desire for financial success. Number 9, you at some point told a friend, told your parent, told your partner, told somebody about your desire for financial success, and they shamed you. That's like when my ex-husband said, you are nuts. You think you can make $250,000? What's wrong with you? Go get a job, right? Trauma. What did I do? I quit the business. 30 days later, I was out. Number 9. Number 10 is, let me find number 10 on here. Where did I put number 10, you all? Number 10, family approval or love and acceptance withheld, and it's linked to money. This is where you've got that scenario in your family where your value is based on your financial success or the love and attention that you get. One of my clients was like, I know my mom and my dad are embarrassed by me. They put my sister on a pedestal and put me down because I'm not as financially successful as her. And you feel that in your family. Or, we got the rich auntie with the rich nieces and the rich nephews. And it's like, grandma loves them more. You know all this stuff. Remember, I came up with the list, right? We've all experienced them all. Now I want to go to number 11. And this one is, you've been controlled or manipulated and money was involved. So it's an experience in your life where you knew, I am being controlled. I'm being controlled. Nobody wants to be controlled. And when money is involved, you're like, this just sucks. So that's number 11. Number 12 is, you've endured some life hardships. You've had some things happen in your life and you've had to suffer and struggle because of money. And it's just trauma, right? This is especially for single women who have had to raise kids without support. And there were months where you couldn't make it. You have your business and it's like, do I invest in my business or get soccer clothes for my kids, right? And you can't do both and you can't do everything that the kids want and your loved ones want. And you just resent money. You've gotten to the point where you resent money. Traumatizing. That is number 12. Number 13 is, You've love and harmony have been lost due to money. This is where usually like a family death, and you people you love, you're all fighting over money. That's number 13. Number 14. So is that you, number 13? 14 is self-entrapment because of money. Now this one is where you feel like a prisoner in a situation and you are choosing to stay in the situation. So the other one was guilt and shame over choices you made related to money in the past. Number 14, self-entrapment because of money. You're doing it right now. Right now. You are choosing to stay a prisoner in a situation because of money, traumatizing yourself. Number 15 is, I feel like I've missed my numbers. I feel, let's see. Oh, no, number 15, I got it. Socially excluded due to money. I have watched friends and my kids especially, like, we know you can't hang, so we don't invite you. We're going to Italy for the summer, but yeah, we'll call you when we get back, right? Because we like it's the on we know you can't come, right? We know you can't hang, so we're not even going to invite you, and you feel socially excluded. And then the last one is you've lived through a challenging economic time and you've experienced extreme poverty conditions. And this is where, like, I have so many women who say, Tasha, I have my recession grandmother living inside of my body. Like, the recession was way back when, we talk about the years of the deep recession, and we carry that. And some women will say it doesn't even make sense. It's like, I didn't live through it, but I'm carrying the energy of it. I know for me, in 2006 to 2008, I had to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. That's when our country went into a recession. And there are times when I have to remind myself, like, that's not happening right now, Tasha. That's not what's happening right now. Right. So those are all of the traumas. Victoria says, grandma recession in our bones. 16, the Irish famine. Yep. So what I want you to become aware of right now is the fact that you can heal this. But I want you to know, I'm going to give you, everybody says, Tasha, can I have the list? All you have to do right now in the comments is type the word heal. Type the word heal, everybody watching. And if you're watching in one of the groups, like you're watching in Wealth with Ease, then we're going to give you a link. It's going to be pinned right underneath this video, because if you type the word heal when you're watching in the group, it's not going to send you the message in Facebook Messenger, right? So you have to literally click the link. So later on, if you're like, where? I didn't get it. Go back into the group, find the link, click it, and you will get it. But most of you just type the word heal, check Facebook Messenger, and I'm going to send you the list I just read from. Now, here's what I want you to do. Whether you've done this list before or this is your first time, I want you to go back through the list, every single one of you tonight. Get the PDF when this is done, print it, and I literally want you owe it to yourself to know which traumas are playing out in your life. Okay? So promise me that you're going to go do that. Go get your list. Now, I want to introduce a concept to you. I'm going to slow down. I'm going to jump back over to the comments. Everybody make sure you type the word heal. Type the word heal. Type the word heal. Do that. Don't just know that it's waiting for you in Facebook Messenger. And now here's what I want to say. When you have experienced trauma, we know about PTSD, right? But we also have post-financial trauma disorder, PTFD. Now, how many of you look back at all of the traumas that you listed, and maybe you only had one? Like for me, honestly, that one with my husband, that one, just that one, where I perceived he was saying, you have no value, that alone took me off of my track for years. There are times today where I still have to get myself over that trauma, but at least I know what's going on, right? So even if you had one, it's not how many you have, it's that you know that you have them. And so here's the thing. We are operating from post-traumatic financial disorder because we had these traumas related to money. Yes, we want wealth with ease, but here's what's going on. And I want you to think about what I'm going to ask you next, right? Post-traumatic financial disorder shows up in the same way when you are in conflict, so when you're fighting with your husband or your kids or your friend, when you're in conflict, you kind of do the same thing when you're in a trauma situation. You freeze, you flight, right? Freeze, flight, or fight. So you get stuck, you shut down, you run away, or you fight. I want you to think, and I want you to show you how this shows up in our business when we have had trauma related to money. Most women, myself included, when I find myself in a trauma response related to money, I freeze, I shut down. And it's the same way I am in conflict, right? Anybody and me in any conflict, I'm going to shut down. I am not a fighter. I'm going to shut down. What does that look like? You constantly worry about money. You are stuck in a loop. You're just frozen in the loop, worrying, in fear, in your limitations, in lack. That's a trauma response. You procrastinate. You have every opportunity to do big things to create wealth with ease in your careers and in your business, but you're just stuck. You just stuck, frozen. You say things like, I'm not clear. It's not that you're not clear, you're having a trauma response. And I'm going to explain a little bit more to you about why that is. Then there are those of us who, when we are experiencing PTSD, we go into flight. We want to run away. This is where you see yourself doing things like, oh no, that opportunity, that business, that next thing, no, it's too risky. Investing in a program, too risky. Nope, 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 right? You fly, you run away. Or you give all your money away. You give it away. This is you running away from money. You make a lot of money, you make good money, but you can't keep it because you keep giving it away. Or you have a business and it's successful. And this is where women say, I'm making a lot of money, but I don't see it. I don't know where it is. I'm making good money. I don't know where it is. You are running. That's your trauma response. And then the last one is those of us that fight. This is where you constantly feel guilt about your desire. You are fighting against yourself. This is where you will invest and get no results because you're literally fighting the success. I don't want it. Go away. Even though I've done all the things to succeed, go away. Or you get trapped in perfectionism. This is all of you. You're just in full on resistance, and resistance is fighting. That's what it looks like. Now, which one of these are you doing? Which one of these? Are you freezing? Are you in flight? Or are you fighting? When it comes to wealth, money, success, and you look at the traumas, which one do you see yourself stuck in? That's what I want. I want to hear you all telling me. I'm going to look over here in the comments because I want to hear the responses. And the most important thing I want to ask you is, do you now understand why? Remember I said I felt frustrated. I couldn't understand why I would be in these pattern behaviors, right? Which one is it? Why was it happening? I understood I was in trauma. And so what happens when you're in trauma is your brain says, oh no, oh, this is bad. Got to keep Tasha safe. Got to keep Sheba safe. Got to keep Allison safe. Got to keep Flora safe, right? Got to keep you safe. And your brain goes into protection, time to protection. Your brain is not wired to keep you happy. It's not wired for you to thrive. It is not wired for you to be wealthy. It is not wired naturally to bring you wealth with ease. It is wired to protect you. Thank you, Dr. Jackie Kilrain, for giving me that quote. I love it. And you're going to hear from Dr. Jackie on Thursday. But yeah, your brain, right? It's not here to get you well. You got to tell it that's what you want. It is literally seeing these traumas and going, let me keep her safe. Now, here's the other thing. That's the brain. The body has peptide receptors in your endocrine glands, in your skin, in your tissue, in your muscle, in your organs. And your body, right? These peptide tissues keep the trauma. They store the emotions of the trauma. What I'm telling you is post-traumatic financial disorder causes your body and your brain to go, wealth is a risk. Wealth is a threat. Wealth is not a good thing because remember the trauma that happened? Remember all those traumas? We need to stay safe. Now, if at this point you are like, Tasha, enough. That would be me. You just need to tell me what's going on and for me to understand And I'm like, enough, like, no, enough. I am ready to resolve this right now. There's not another second that's going to go by with me staying prisoner to these traumas. I know I need support to heal this. I know this is not a do it yourself thing, or I would have done it already, right? My business deserves for me to expand. My business deserves for me to operate from a healed psyche, a healed brain, a healed body. My high level clients are waiting for me to stop procrastinating, to stop being stuck, to stop saying I'm not clear, to not showing up. Like, my family and my future's legacy needs me to do this right now. Remember I told you about my mailbox moment with my son? That's what did it for me. I looked in that little kid's eyes, 6 years old, and I was like, no way is this going to be the legacy that I leave for my kid. No way. Not on my watch. It will not happen. Your family deserves for you to do this. You know, the generational traumas, it's got to stop with you. I don't know. I hope you feel passionate about that. Like, for me, game over with me. My children will not be on some talk show talking about traumas with money. It's not going to happen, right? And maybe it is that you need to recognize how tired your body and your brain really is from carrying all this trauma. And maybe that's the thing that gets you to say, enough. I deserve to feel ease. I deserve to feel safe with wealth. All of my dreams for my life needs me to do this. Tasha, I'm ready. I am ready for wealth now. I am ready for wealth. If your word is your bond, not playing around. If your word is your bond, then I want you to type, I am ready for wealth. I want you to write it down, because at the end of this live, you're going to go to that website and you are going to book a call to learn all about everything that I do to support you in healing this for yourself. Why do other programs not work as much as you would love for them to work? Because you go into them with the trauma. And literally, you keep investing, but your traumas are not healed. So if you know that's you, I am ready for wealth.com. Go ahead and book a call. I am going to meet you on that call, and I'm going to share about the program, everything that we do, how we do it, what the investment is like, the 4 months, the amazing journey, the mentors, the master classes, everything that we do that has led other women to not only heal their traumas, but manifest $155 million. You deserve that. You deserve it. I want you to go. I am ready for wealth.com. Write it down for now. And then at the end of this, go book your call. Find a time that works for you. I'm just going to give you a sneak peek, quick sneak peek. Hang on a second, into the process. Today I said it's labeled revise. What a lot of people don't know is that there is a process for literally healing your money traumas by revising them. When you know how to do that, the memory, the trauma goes away forever. And if it gets sneaky and it comes back up, now you have the process. You know what to do next time you see yourself stuck in freeze, flight, or freeze, right? You know exactly what to do because I taught you the process. This is how you rewire and feel safe with wealth. This is what you do. So this is part 1 of the vision alignment method, and it's called revise. Now, here is the thing. Those of you that book your call and you sign up before Monday, you are going to get my 3-hour healing money trauma masterclass. So yes, I'm going to teach you how to do it all in the program, but you're going to get this masterclass, Healing Money Traumas, and you're going to have it forever. I love having resources forever because I can go, all right, I see myself doing a thing. I need a refresher. I just go get the course, do the steps again, and I'm good to go. That's how, people ask me, Tasha, how do you know this works? Because I embody these teachings. I don't just talk about it. Ask anyone who knows me. I live it. I'm a human being. I see myself in some traumas and I go, oh, I know what to do. And that's what I want to give to you. Those of you that sign up, you say yes by Monday, you're going to get this 3-hour healing money traumas masterclass. Now, take a second, actually just write it down, because I want you to do this when you're done. I want you to pick a time that works for you. We have 11 group calls where I'm going to lead them. I'm just going to tell you about the program, tell you how you can join, give you all the options to participate. And I want you to take your time and do it at the end of this live. Okay. So again, I'm going to put the website up for you. IamReadyForWealth.com. That is for the woman who is here and says, enough. This will not stop me anymore. I deserve to have business success. I deserve my retirement account to look like I want it to look. I deserve to be going on all those vacations. I deserve to experience a level of success I know I'm capable of. Go book your call. Take your action. Let your word to you be your bond. Okay? I want to introduce you to a woman who did just that. This woman met me online on Facebook. I don't even know, maybe 3-4 years ago. She was just like you, literally just saw me on Facebook, started following me, did one of these 5-day challenges, called, enrolled, and was like, this is it, I'm ready. I invited her because, first of all, I got to go to her wedding in Paris in February. I have to show off about that. Because that's one of her manifestations. And I was just standing there like the proudest mother ever. And that's what I want to be for all of you. I literally want to be in your pictures with your jets and your big houses and your big bank accounts that you're posting. I want to be in the picture. And this woman just embodies healed money traumas. So Deanna, I'm going to invite you to come on. Hello, goddess Deanna.
Yes.
I would love for you, we have a few minutes left. Can you just share from your heart? Because Deanna, you were following me on Facebook. You listened to this conversation about money traumas. You identified your money trauma. Maybe there were 1 or 2 or 3 or more, but there was one that was like, this is the one that not only do I deserve to do it for me. I remember you saying, I'm going to cry, but I remember you saying, I need to do this for my whole family. You literally tried to get your entire family to do the program. Right? I remember that. But share with everyone, what were you thinking when you heard this? What caused you to make the decision to join the program and get mentorship? And you've gone all the way to the highest level with me now. But, what are some of the results that have happened in your life and your family's life?
Yeah, well, Tasha, you were the first person to give me language to the trauma. I had no idea what to even what was going on, what was stopping me. So you gave me the language and I was able to identify. And although I had 8 traumas, the one that stuck out to me the most was comparing myself to others' success, right? I would see other women and I'd be like, wow, that's awesome. I'm so happy for her. But wealth is for her. That's not for me. I talked myself out of it. I can't have that wealth. But when I saw you made me feel like it was for me. I'm like, oh, it is for me.
Okay. I can have it.
I can have it too. Oh, she's me. Okay, I can do that. So in the beginning of the program, it's you help me just rewire my mind. My mind will never be the same. I can't even remember how I used to think.
I can't even remember that, Deanna.
I can't even remember it. It's a distant, foggy memory. I only know abundance now. I only know wealth. And I mean, just to give people some tangible results, because obviously my life will never be the same, but to put just some figures to it. When I started with you, I didn't have a business. I was making about $57,000 a year in my job. My credit score was in the 5s. I didn't have savings. I mean, I was really low, right? In a bad place in a marriage, all of that. And I mean, fast forward 2 years, not even a long time, 2 years, my life is completely different. Now I'm remarried to a husband who pays for everything. He actually gave me back my salary that I was making at work just to have fun. That's my fun money now. Like, that's what I do for fun.
Everyone's like, does he have a brother? But you did the work, right? It's not
I
just he
did
has
the
a
work.
brother. It's,
I
are
did
you
the
willing to
work.
do the work that she did?
Absolutely. And I mean, now I have a business, and I mean, I model it like after you, like all of the things that you've taught me. I teach love, but it's an abundance of love. It's wealth and love.
Mm.
So it translates to everything. Like, just changed my life forever.
You know what? I remember. So, okay, let's just put a few things, right? So, got married to her husband in Paris, started her business incredibly, just like she took the summer off to be with her kids. She was like, this is my
Mhm.
mommy sabbatical. Like literally, she is living wealth with ease in her business. She was like, no,
Yep.
this is what I
Yep.
deserve, right? Um,
Mhm.
you started a community, you have a membership, you've got like all these things, and then you decided, wait a minute, why am I doing it the hard way? I'm just going to chill. And then like your YouTube blew up, like all kinds of things. And the thing that I love though, that I want the women to hear, especially those of you that have that trauma where you've been a single mom,
Mhm.
or you've been in that situation where you have a trauma from the past with money. One of the things that you have are two young kids,
Yes.
right? Just say a little thing about those kids and what their legacy is going to be because you did this work.
So, I mean, if anyone follows me, I post specifically about my daughter Shelby all the time. I mean, I have a
Shelby.
very similar story to you, Tasha, where she said something that triggered to me. She
Mhm.
asked me, Mommy, why do you work so hard and daddy gets to play all day? And that triggered me like, oh my goodness, this is what I'm passing down to
Mhm.
my daughter.
Mhm.
And it triggered for me, okay, something has to change. And now, I mean, my daughter is the one who will snatch me up really quickly, like, oh mommy, we don't do hard. We don't do that, mommy.
We're laughing, right?
Yeah.
We're laughing. But here's the thing, that's a whole nother generation that's not going to do what we did. That's not
Ever.
going to say, I saw my mom work hard, my aunt work hard, my grandmother work hard. Like that's the legacy. That's why I do it. She's not going to say that.
No.
So her generation and the ones to come are not going to say that. It ended with you.
With me.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know? Oh my gosh, everyone's smiling. So, Diana, I love your smile and your story, Diana. And we love Shelby. Diana, thank you so much for coming
Yes.
and
Thank you for
sharing.
having me.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, listen, ladies, right now, one of the things I forgot to ask Diana was Diana, when she met me, she had a prayer card. She had a prayer box, and she probably thinks I forgot about this. And she literally wrote on the prayer card that she was going to do my program. We were going to become friends. Like everything that she wrote has manifested to the fact that I like went to her wedding in Paris, right? And I just know that there are women right now who are like me. And you saw Diana's story, or you've heard everything that I've said. And yeah, you can go book a call, but I don't even want to have the group call, Tasha. I'm ready right now. I don't need to allow myself too much time to think about this. Get me in your mentorship, get me in your program. I want you to send me a DM. I want you to go to Tasha Chen, go to Facebook Messenger, click and send me a message, and just write. You can either type the word skip or send me I am ready and your phone number. We're going to get you enrolled today. You're going to be at the front of the line. You're going to be the first to get the Healing Money Trauma Masterclass. Start working on it today. How much longer are you going to have those traumas driving your business, your finances, your exhausted body and mind, the legacy that you're leaving for your children? You can take another day or two or three or year or 4 years or 5 years, or you can do it today. Just make the decision today. And so if that's you, send me a DM right now. You can type the word skip, preferably type I am ready with your phone number, your name, your email address. Let's get in touch with you and get you enrolled. All right. I love it. DM skip. They're getting. Deanna says, "Don't delay, ladies. Get your results right now." This has been amazing. Ooh, Deanna, that was really powerful. I got to put that up here. She says, "Do it for your children. They are watching." I know for me, I knew I was in a financially bad place. I knew like I was settling. I knew I was working really hard. I knew I was in a lot of fear. I knew all of that. And it took my children and realizing what I was going to do to them to make me take action. And maybe that's you. If it's you, just know they are watching. They're watching you. And you get the chance to stop this with you. All right, ladies, thank you for being on. I get to see you again tomorrow, 12 Eastern. Come back because tomorrow we're going to talk about what do you deserve? What do you deserve? I can't wait to see those of you that are booking your calls, that are signing up today for our program. And remember, I'm not talking a lot about the program because I'm going to do it on the calls. So I would encourage you, go to I am ready for wealth. Let me put it back up for you. IamReadyForWealth.com and get your time squared away. And on that call, I'll tell you all about the program. Well, I love you all. Have a great rest of the day. Bye, everyone.